them on the trees. Though no one knows if this story is more than myth, it has become a tradition to hang dolls on the trees of the floating garden, which is now known as La Isla de las Muñecas, or the Island of the Dolls. Although this tradition comes from the heart, it is still quite a frightening sight, as the dolls are all in various states of decay, and some have even told tales of them coming to life. Number 4. Poveglia Island. Just off the coast of Venice, Italy, lies Poveglia Island, which may have one of the most twisted and horrifying histories of any island on Earth. During the devastating bubonic plague outbreak in the 14th century, the government of Venice decided to try and quarantine the infected by sending them to Poveglia Island, where they would live out the rest of their days. Because of this, even after the plague subsided, the site became basically a national lazaretto and used any time an outbreak of disease occurred. Poveglia would begin to serve a new purpose in the 1920s, when a mental hospital was built on it, and the terrors that the patients were subject to at the hands of their caretakers only added to the haunting history of the island. The island has since fallen into dangerous level of disrepair, and the Italian Tourism Bureau technically has forbidden people from visiting unless they go through an extensive application and interview process. But that hasn't stopped ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike from finding alternative ways to sneak on to the spooky island. Number 3. Isla Bermeja. From the 1500s up into the late 1900s, there existed an island off the Yucatan Peninsula in the Gulf of Mexico. At least according to maps there was. The islet of Bermeja was long used as the geographical boundary for Mexico's section of the Gulf. But several mapping expeditions in the 20th century that went looking for the island frankly couldn't find it. There are several theories as to how an island could appear on maps for the better part of 400 years, but then suddenly disappear. Most modern-day experts believe that the island never existed at all, and may have been the result of a cartographic mistake that went uncorrected. Some say that the island, which was described as being the color of strawberry blonde hair, did exist, but sank into the ocean. This theory is backed up by British maps dating back to the 1840s, which described the island being slowly swallowed by the sea. However, there are those who believe that the island